if you combine that with deep meditation, especially Vipassana, which is basically internal Tantra, then you start to experience something called the constant orgasm. You should do things with a love of life and a lust for life. So that's what you get as a man when you're practicing Tantra. And then your tantric experiences, even when you're ejaculating, go beyond the regular experience of ejaculation. You start to experience this multi-orgasmic thing that Mantak Chia talks about very well. And that just changes your life. It blows the lid off everything. But then what starts to happen is if you combine that with deep meditation, especially Vipassana, which is basically internal Tantra, then you start to experience something called the constant orgasm. So you're walking around and you're in an orgasmic state. And normally you have a rise and a fall, right, in life. There's a build up to something, then there's a release or disappointment and it comes down. It's not just sexual, everything is like that. But then what happens is when you get to the constant orgasm is it's just up. It's just good and better and good and better. And you're just walking around in bliss. And that's another danger. But what it's teaching you is, it's teaching you things don't have to be a rise and then a death. They can keep on going. The rise can keep on going. But in a way, you're becoming less than human. So to get back to your original question, can you get to the point without lust? Why it was easy for me to be celibate in that phase was because me having sex with a woman and ejaculating wouldn't have been an increase in pleasure. It would have been a decrease of the charge, unless it's some kind of sacred union.